Hello, Internet! Welcome to my review of Mary Poppins Returns. If you like the first film, then you will enjoy this one, I believe. Maybe not at the same level, but it still has the Mary Poppins magic that we know and love. So I went and saw this film with my girlfriend, who's actually read the books by P.L. Travers. This is actually a book series, if you didn't know. And me, I've watched the first one more times than I want to admit. It's one of my mother's favorite ones. You could watch my review of it on this channel. And so with those two things combined, we had a pretty good knowledge of what Mary Poppins is supposed to be. And we both came out thinking it was very honoring of the first one, but still its own movie in a sense. Obviously it was still sequel, so it had parts of it and still respected, like I said, of the first one. And it just does well. It's good. This movie might get called out for rehashing some of the things from the first one, but I don't think that's very... It might get called out for rehashing some of the things from the first film, but I don't think that's really fair. For instance, in the original Mary Poppins, the first Mary Poppins and the kids went through a painting and got into it, and the style of animation around them was that of a painting. Well, in this one, the kids and Mary Poppins do go into something a little bit magical, but in this time it's a fine china, like, vase, like, bowl thing. And so it's different, but still honors the first one. There are 3 or 4 songs that really stood out to me that I think you and your kids, or maybe even you and your spouse, or you and your friends, might be able to hum along with easily after the movie, and also maybe over time be able to sing them, and I really enjoy them. Emily Blunt is a fantastic, great modern-day version of Mary Poppins. And by modern day, I mean, she's not Mary Poppins, I mean, that's Miss Andrews. Now, that's Mary Poppins. But Emily Blunt does her very best, channels Andrews in there and makes it her own as well, and just does a really well done job. I even enjoyed Lin-Manuel Miranda, who I never listened to his singing voice beforehand. I wasn't in on that Hamilton scene when it first came out, but I really enjoyed his voice. I loved his character. It's a good replacement for Dick Van Dyke's character from the first Mary Poppins, but like again, it's still his own character and still it does his own thing, but does mimic and mirror the first character, Bert, whatever his name was. I enjoyed the sets and the big dance numbers that we had going on. It made me think and reminisce of old school Disney films with like big bands and big set pieces and all these people dancing. You know, they had their own kind of version of Step in Time, but it was a bit different. Again, honoring the first one, but a bit different. Kind of made me think of The Force Awakens, where The Force Awakens does have its parallels to A New Hope, but it's still its own film. It's different characters, but there's still a couple of the old characters we know and love, and it just does really well. And this film, the focal point of it is the Banks family. Right now, the 2 kids from the first film are adults, and the son has some kids of his own, and it's the 3 kids of his and him and his sister, and Mary Poppins trying to get through this big old deal that happens in the film. And it's just nice to see another family pick that focuses on the family, kind of like Incredibles 2, where yes, there's a lot of stuff other going on, there's plot, you know, yada yada, but really the core focus of the film is the family and how they get along, how they interact, how they deal with things, and I really enjoyed that. At the end of the day, I found myself smiling a lot. I kind of made me feel like a kid again. There's multiple times where I was just smiling goofy just because it's a good kids film. And all in all, it's good fun. It's great hearing the canon again, and if you haven't seen the first one, you don't know what I'm talking about, but if you go see this film, you know what I'm talking about. It was good to see practical effects again, and yeah, there was CGI bad and good, but the practical effects of, you know, if I hit a table, there's going to be a contraption, Disney-esque contraption that makes a bunch of things fall out of it. That kind of practical effects. I love that kind of stuff, and it's great seeing it again, along with all these big set pieces and all these things returning from classic Disney films. Mary Poppins shines bright again. Obviously not as bright as the first one, because it's kind of hard to capture that magic again, but they are oh so close. It's very well done. I give it a solid 8 out of 10. I enjoyed it thoroughly. There's only some minor things I'd like to change, you know, taken away from the perfect score. And I don't know. I think your kids would really like it. And even then, if you don't have kids, you could still enjoy it yourself if you still got a little kid inside of you. Or if you're a Disney freak like myself, then yeah, you're going to enjoy it. With it coming out of theaters, hopefully it'll be into a couple cheap movie theaters. You can go see it with your family, friends, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. And then maybe eventually also it's a solid red box, if not a solid movie experience for the kids, the family, and all that jazz. That's it for me. If you like this video, give it a like. If you really like what you saw, you should subscribe. And tell me in the comments down below what you think of Mary Poppins Returns. Are you going to go see it? Have you saw it? What you think of it? Let me know. I love knowing these kind of things. And I'll see you guys in the next one.